So yeah, I just wanted to cover this game that I recently bought. Uh, from birthday, decided by a Switch game. It's Triangle Strategy. If you can see it, I don't know if it's reversed on my webcam, whatever. But just wanted to touch on it quickly. It's an impromptu review, so don't expect anything professional by it. I'm not doing this for money. This is just a hobby to me, doing YouTube videos, and whether I get the views or not, I don't give a shit. I'll probably have some people trying to critique my level of expertise when it comes to producing videos. I just say shit on a camera, and then I just get on with my life. Not into all this, I got to edit it, the video, and do jump cuts and all that nonsense. But anyway, Triangle Strategy. Right, I grew up playing strategy RPGs from Japan since the early 90s. First strategy RPG I played was Japanese, was Shining Force 2. That was back in 1994. I don't know when I played it. I probably played it when I was 11. It was on my birthday, I think. Yeah, it was on my birthday, and it was like chess and drafts. That's British for checkers, by the way. We call them drafts here. And it's all strategic. You place your troops, fight the enemies, whatever. And because I wasn't used to playing these type of games, they were hard for me as a kid. And then as I played more of those strategy RPGs over time, I played Shining Force 1, hard copy to get at the time. And then I played Shining Force 3. I played all 3 scenarios for the Sega Saturn. I played the first one that was translated in English back in 1998. It came out in 1998 in Europe. Early 1998, I think it was July 1998, I think. Came out in Japan in late 1997, but yeah. Played that, got hooked on Scenario 1. Then I just want to import the next 2. I was hooked on strategy RPGs, especially Shining Force 3. Shining Force 3 is like that was my go-to strategy RPG. Fucking long though. I don't know if I'll play it today because of how long it is, and you can't skip the battle scenes and all that. But I was really hooked on Shining Force 3. I played that. Played all 3 scenarios over and over and over. I was highly addicted to that was my favorite Shining game all the time, Shining Force 3. And for a time it was visually breathtaking. I mean, they took the aspects to another level, and they brought in the Infinity system as well, the triangle system. That wasn't put in place by Fire Emblem, by the way. They also brought in the friendship system as well, before Fire Emblem did. So, everyone bangs on about Fire Emblem this, Fire Emblem that, Shining Force is a clone of Fire Emblem. No, it was inspired by a Japanese game called Silver Ghost. And quite frankly, I prefer playing Shining Force and Anguish of games over Fire Emblem. I don't mind Fire Emblem, I like Fire Emblem, but yeah. Anyway, I'm going to try and touch on Triangle Strategy, what I like about it. I like the fact that it doesn't need to be graphically breathtaking to be a good game. I grew up playing 8-bit, 16-bit games, and less is more. You appreciate the game when you have less of it. I also like the fact that this game doesn't rely heavily upon eye candy like a lot of these JRPGs do today. You gotta have a cat girl with big tits, or you gotta have like a girl with bunny ears with big fucking tits, and she's got to wear a scantily clad thing, like a leotard or something like that, and she's got her boobs out, and just a lot and lolly shit that really creeps me out. I mean, I played the Trail games, Cold Steel. I do like Cold Steel. I just don't like the lolly shit. That's what I don't like about the lolly and the too much. I don't mind too much anime eye candy. It's like it's not needed. That's what I like about. I like how Triangle Strategy is very conservative when it comes to the whole eye candy crap, and it would focus more on selling the gameplay and the plot to the player. And I like the plot. It reminded me a lot of Shining Force 3's narrative. There's a lot of political intrigue and shades of grey sort of thing. this side might not be as bad as they think. They have their motivations behind why they do the way they do. I ain't going to spoil too much of the plot, but it's one of those games where the Japanese gaming industry does take a snipe at Abrahamic religions. You got this thing about Abrahamic religions. You got to take a snipe at it. This theocracy nation is inspired heavily by Islam. It's obvious, with the setting and the way they hoard this natural reserve, like the Sauds do with oil, like the Iranians do with oil, and the Western countries are like, well, we want some of that. Well, you've got to pay tax. You got, and you got to promote our religion. Our God's the one true God, sort of thing. So it's like Japanese like to take like shots at Western and other Asian. Well, Abrahamic religions, they're Asian in origin anyway. Jews were from Asia, weren't they? So, and that the Arabs were, believe in Islam and all that, don't they? And they're all from Asia. So, but for a change, they ain't taking shots at the Christian religion. They're taking pot shots at Islam. From what I see of Triangle Strat, it's taking pot shots at Islam, and it's been a long time coming, because a lot of these computer games, they don't really touch or try and make a mockery of like Islam, Muslims, or anything like that. They take pot shots with the Christian Jew lot, with the angels. Like in Tales of Symphonia, that was a pot shot with Christianity and Judaism, with the angels not being angels, but they're like half elves that are like that use that have parasitic crystals, and then that endows them with these these godlike powers, and saying, well, religion, Abraham religion is bad, okay? I'm a deist, so I don't follow religion, but it's just one of those cases where Buddhism's good, okay? Atheism's good, okay? Like Japan loves their, Buddhism's better than the Christian shit, okay? It's just a bit proper, they just like take pot shots at religion from the West, that Americans like Christianity, and that Europe likes Christianity to a degree. Religion bad, okay? It's like, that's what Triangle Strategy is essentially about. If you get the good route, I don't care if this spoils it. Basically, religion's bad. Organized religion's bad. Hoarding natural resources to promote your religion's bad. They do take pot shots at capitalism as well. Like, they've got this Russia-like nation up north, like, in the country, we drink vodka, we build cannons, we take your country over. I think Glenn Brooks like medieval Germany or Denmark or something, I don't know. I think it's modeled after Germany or Denmark or England or something, I don't know. They also use a lot of like Middle English type words, like spellings, and it's not completely alien to English, but they use a lot of formal writing there. I don't see a lot of contractions in the scripts. It's a lot of formal, late, faux medieval English, but it's actually like late, more formal, late modern English, and with Middle English spellings, and like how they use an archaic spelling for domain that was used in like it's one of the variations of spelling domain. They used that from the 14th century. It's like from Middle English era sort of thing. And the gameplay, reminds me, the graphics will remind me of Found Hearts. You can also like hit your enemies from behind. Can't come up on Tactics Ogre, because I ain't played the Tactics Ogre games, Ogre Battle, whatever it's called. I never played them. Never played Final Fantasy Tactics either. I only played Shining Force games, Langrisser games, Found Hearts. That's all I know, because we didn't have like Final Fantasy and Final Fantasy games or Squaresoft games growing up in England. So what we had was like mostly Sega or JRPGs I played. So yeah, I like the gameplay. I like the fact that each character has unique abilities. One, you can like build ladders. There's this character who can build ladders and traps and and turrets, and you have your typical meat shields, and you have these like physical characters, and you have like medics that can like double use their items, and you can use abilities that can give you an access to a turn, at an extra turn. And the game, they got like an order turn system that's borrowed heavily from Shining Force. Like your turn comes up if your agility is highest, and then there's another variable that they calculate random variable that calculates when you go first and all that kind of thing. So it's very Shining Force-esque rather than Fire Emblem-esque or Langrisser-esque, like early Langrisser 4 borrowed that order system, but the early Langrisser games didn't. It just borrowed a bit from Fire Emblem. It's like if it's your turn first, you move your characters, and then it's the enemy's turn. That's it. You don't have this order-based system. Yeah, I liked it. What's weird is that when you fight the bosses, you got to kill like all the other troops to win the battle. There are genuine boss battles. Like you have to kill the boss to end the battle, but very few and far between. You got to kill everyone. So that's probably a bit of a disappointment for players that are looking to get into this game. There's also multiple routes as well. There's multiple endings, and there are different ways of going about the. You got this conviction system. You got to like delegate with your you confer with your allies, and you got to decide on the next course of action. Then you got all get them to come to a consensus whereby you're gonna like save these Jew-like people with pink hair. They're like the Jews in this game. You got to or just fuck off. I'm out for number one. I'm alright, Jack, sort of thing, So there's some depth to this gameplay, even though it's not like graphically, impressive. Problem with the AAA games today is that they're trying to be as woke as they can, trying to sell you all this weird tranny shit and all this crap. Whereas like JRPGs, like they just want to sell you a good story. Like Triangle Strategy in particular. What made it become niche is it's a much better game than what I've played like AAA wise, It's a far better game, and I can easily get into games like that because I used to play them. And good thing about having games at that graphical level is that your mind fills in the blanks anyway. You can imagine, all right, you've got this pixelated character, but then you can visualize in your head that you're fighting this fucking realistic soldier thing. Your imagination remedies all of that, So I reckon if you like strategy RPGs, like from the 90s era, get this. The voice acting was alright. People say the voice acting was bad, but I think they had the director. I think the director was ordered, well, this is like a serious game. This ain't like typical anime shit. So we got this Japanese cartoon shit. So you got to have a serious tone to it, kind of like Game of Thrones, Witcher type of thing. Yeah. So yeah, check it out. I like it, and I don't normally do fucking games reviews and all that, but it's a fun game. I recommend it. If you want something different, you don't want to play this typical, the lolly shit like from Disgaea and stuff like that. I don't like Disgaea for that reason. It's too much lolly crap. I just can't play it. So if you want something that takes, if you want something that is like not trying to force eye candy crap on you like JRPGs tend to these days, give this a try. The plot's alright. I like the plot. And the graphics aren't. You don't need graphics to sell a game, because you're still pressing the fucking buttons to make your character do shit at the end of the day. Not much has changed since the 80s, so yeah, give it a try if you like strategy shit.